Okay, let's talk mini kit. Here's mine, little guy here. My philosophy on the mini kit. It is for use in that worst case scenario. Mr. Murphy says, okay, here's a hole in the boat, bear runs off with your gear, have a nice day, and you're left with just what's in your pockets. And of course, as we know, real survival gear is what we have in our pockets. So I wanted some semblance of tools that would allow me to meet most of my needs during a survival situation, and this is what I came up with. Now, of course, it's no good to you if you don't carry it every day. And through everyday carry, I learned that this little sucker was pretty handy. The needles, safety pins, the string, a little bit of tape here and there, and this guy really proved its worth over the years. So I think everyone should assemble a mini kit of some sort and carry it with you every day. Of course, you need to tailor it to your needs and go about it that way. This one is mine. The container that I chose, and this is my preferred container, is an Omni-Seal bag. It is a heavy-duty vinyl Ziploc bag. It has a little lanyard hole right here, so you can dummy cord it to yourself or in your pocket or whatnot. I have settled on this container. Over the years, I have tried many different containers, even the ubiquitous Altoids tin, but I have always came back to this guy. The main reason I don't like the Altoids tin is because I don't find it very comfortable for carry. This guy is smaller, but it's a lot easier. It holds a lot of stuff. You can fit on a lot of things in this little sucker, but it still has some give, and it's still pretty soft. It forms around the objects, so slip it in a tight jeans pocket, toss it in a cargo pocket, spandex, whatever, and you're good to go on it. Where do you get these? Well, I got this one, or a bunch of these, from REI's website a while back. Also, lots of states allow or require you to carry your hunting and fishing license in a carried so they're visible, so they're able to be seen. And they sell, lots of stores sell little bags similar to this, so you can probably pick some up there. We'll go through the contents here, pull them out in no particular order, just however they come out of the bag, and talk a little bit about them. Now, one little caveat: this bag is not infallible. Nothing ever is. Your main problems will come from this area here, the Ziploc area. As you can see, it's already starting to break loose some. Sometimes the flap might come off. Some tape over it is always a good idea. I usually keep tape over this. So here we go. First off is a Reynolds oven bag, turkey size large bag. Primary function here is for water collection, to serve as a canteen. It's just wrapped up as small as I could get it, and with some gutted paracord. Next thing we got is a spool of 50-pound test spider wire. Braided fishing line, very strong. Use it for fishing, of course, sewing, lots of different uses for that. The next thing we got is a waterproof fire log, fire starting tinder. That's taken care of. And here we have some snare wire. This just happens to be military trip wire. You can use brass or stainless steel, whatever you have handy works. Snares, repairs, all sorts of items like that. The next thing we have, a couple things here. We have a bunch of safety pins, various sizes, all sorts of uses for those. Traps, fishing, repairs, holding up your britches, whatnot. And then I have a bunch of swivels, snap swivels, that you can use for fishing or even in snares. Next thing we got, let's see what we can get out of here. Oh, this here is a jigsaw blade, wood cutting blade. attach a little handle to it, and you have a little saw that you can use to help collect firewood and manufacture tools and implements. Boy Scout metal match. It's a ferrocerium rod. I wrapped it with the handle with some dental floss. Always useful. They usually come with a little lanyard hole here. I had to cut that off because I had used this in a tin kit that was a lot smaller, and I just recycled it here. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of got like a glare to it. I coated it in clear fingernail polish to help protect it. Yes, they will work when wet, but if they get wet, they will corrode pretty easy, so the fingernail polish kind of helps slow that down. You just scrape it off a little and you're good to go. Right, here we go. We have some monofilament fishing line. I think it's 10 or 12 pound test, I believe. Make snell hooks and stuff like that and help with set lines. I keep it loosely coiled like this. If you wind it real tight, like maybe on a spool like this or whatnot, it'll take a set to it, and then sometimes it can just be pretty much useless to you after that. Next thing we have is, okay, we'll go with this one. Some lifeboat matches. I think there's 4 here. They're wrapped in plastic and taped up. There's also a striker for them. The striking surface is away from the match heads. So the caveat with matches is whatever kind you carry, or if you decide to carry, make sure you have several strikers that work with them, because they get wet, then the striker gets wet, then they're useless. Okay, this here is a Gerber LST lock blade knife, a full flat grind, lanyard hole, easily make traps, clean game, fireboard notches, whatnot. This is head and shoulders above any scalpel blade knife or razor blade knife you want to put in your kit. It's very small, very thin, about the size of my trigger finger in length. For the value, as far as a folding knife for a mini kit goes, this is it. That's all I got to say about that one. Let's see what else we have in here. Large fishing hooks. These are wrapped up in paper and tape. This is the striker blade for the metal match, the one that comes with it. It's just a stamped piece of metal. You can file it, make a knife edge or spear point or arrowhead out of it. Lots of uses for a chunk of steel. The Never Leave Home Without It duct tape. I think this might be 2 or 3 feet perhaps. Brown and on a flat piece of cardboard. Oops, get back in there. One thing at a time. We have some nylon twine. It's very thin. I think it's 3-strand cord. Very, very useful. Endless amount of uses for that. Let's see. Scalpel blade. Whoops. Where'd it go? Scalpel blade here. Multitude of uses. You know, minor surgery, or make a little blade out of it for cutting. Attach it to a handle. Some 100% nylon upholstery thread. Just a little hank there for sewing and repairs. Manufacturing gear. Along those same lines, if I can get it out of here without stabbing myself. Oh, there we are. 2 needles. One is just a long standard sewing needle, has a little larger eye. The other is a sewing machine needle that we'll mount the handle to make a sewing awl. Put some tape over them so they don't poke holes in everything, for manufacturing and repairing. The next thing we have, some split shot on a bit of string. And let's see.